lawyers on me? Why did Britt Eady from Real Housewives of Atlanta call the lawyers on me and not the little boy that came to do the interview on her and her husband? Make it make sense. How they say it, clock that T, right? I'm just trying to figure out, thank me. I'm just trying to figure out how do I get a call from the lawyers, but you don't call the guy who said he was on vacation with you. He's let your husband into multiple bathhouse parties with other men. He claimed that he's bent your husband over, but you want to come for me. I hope they told you about me. I go for years. Okay? So here's the thing. I told you when he did that interview on TashaKLive.com the other day, I literally said, shit, get the lawyer. Get the lawyer. I knew that wine was just way too strong. And he was drinking Crown Apple. Shout out to David Cunningham. Like I said, he didn't get no cease and desist. He didn't get no threat of legal action, but I did. And all I did was sit there and go like this. That's all I did. Ain't that what I did, Jasmine? From my recollection, I didn't even say anything.
You barely even talk.
I didn't talk. I was like, so where are they gonna get for what statement is going to be defamation? Huh, Britt? Huh? Because I was actually quiet this time, okay? I was quiet. And I honestly, my heart went out to you because I knew what this wine was gonna do to you. I knew what it was. I said, this is lawyer shit here. I can tell this is going to cost about $5,000 with my lawyer. I already know. I'm used to it. Y'all, we get so many cease and desist behind the scenes. But this one I knew. I called it into my spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got to be careful. We got to be careful with the things that we say. It's sort of like, man, if I'm speeding, I'm going to get a ticket. And then you wound up getting a ticket. You know? You're trying to lose weight. You say it out loud. Instead of just losing the weight. Next thing you know, you got a whole pack of donuts in your mouth. Because you done said something and then I'm bounced back to you. You're supposed to write it down. Full show for y'all today. Shannon Sharp and Gabby, girl, Gabby, get your mother. Boy, we're going to be talking about Gabby today. I am a fan of Gabby. I am going to subscribe to her OnlyFans. I got to see how she doing things. Okay, Gabby done outdid all of us as women as a whole, and we need to learn from that 20-year-old, okay? The one who got Shannon Sharp out here offering $10 million. Definitely going to be discussing that because there's some more audio that done just dropped, okay, in real time today. Also going to be discussing Tina Knowles telling all of Beyonce and Jay-Z business. Now is not the season for this. I said she always out here doing this here. Always out here doing this, telling more of her daughter business instead of her own business. Like, you still ain't told us about your divorce. You still ain't told us why you divorcing that fine ass man, Tina. But we will discuss that, and we will discuss everything that you put out about Jay-Z and Beyonce. And Jay-Z is out here trying to kick underage allegations. Okay, definitely gonna be discussing Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift, and this whole Whitney Houston Bodyguard remake thing. We definitely got to discuss that for White Wine Wednesday. And of course, Jasmine, where is Meek Mill? Oh, Meek Mill. Oh, it is Snow Bunny season. Yes, it is. And then we got a special segment from our favorite bankruptcy attorney, Chad. He's got some real good information for y'all today because apparently half the country is about to get garnished. Jasmine, are you about to get garnished?
I was wiping my tears as I was listening to that little segment. So hopefully
y'all about to get garnished these federal student loans, but Chad said he's gonna tell you how to get up out of it. Just listen to him, okay? So he's gonna be here with us for a few minutes to just put y'all up on game because a lot of y'all finna get garnished. He's gonna tell you what to do about it. All that and more coming up right after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to hold that thought. We'll be right back. Let's go, okay?
Hey, night. You're nervous because you're not feeling so fresh. Huh? No, not down there, up here. Tell me this, have you ever panicked at the thought of taking off your wig and releasing the worst odor? Or just the thought of your partner burying their face in your 4-week-old box braids? One more question. Are you delaying your commitment to growing love locks because you know your scalp's history with thick, flaky buildup? If you can relate to any of these pretty common issues, I might have a solution for you. Crown & Glorious Medicated Shampoo. It's proven to not only clear up scalp buildup, but clear it for a lot longer. Using Crown & Glorious, you can do what before was unthinkable, like leaving in your protective styles for longer periods. You know, to get your money's worth. Because the formula used in Crown & Glorious eliminates the underlying causes of that sour smell in your hair and helps to prevent crusty buildup. As if that's not exciting enough, studies have shown that the active ingredients in Crown & Glorious can actually block certain hormones that causes hair loss. And it can effectively reverse alopecia or regrow your hair on thinning edges. So if you're ready to change your life forever, visit myclearcrown.com. Grab your first bottle of Crown & Glorious Medicated Shampoo because your crown is glory and glory starts at the crown.
I've seen you come in here a few times, and every time I've seen you order a everything bagel with cream cheese on top. So I look over today, and to my surprise, no bagel. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what a perfect opportunity for an icebreaker.
Girl, he was fine. Like, fine. And he smelled good, and he had the sexiest walk I ever seen. When most men take me out and try to impress me, they take me to a fancy restaurant, but this is more my vibe.
Well, I figured a sky full of stars and no waitress to interrupt us would be the perfect opportunity for us to get to know each other.
Do you think it's a little too soon to be introducing me to your mom?
Sometimes you just know.
That didn't seem strange to you?
Everybody know you still like the girl, don't you like her?
Life is too short to be worried about what could have happened. Talk to her.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.TashaKLive.com.
And remember, we are headed over to TashaKLive.com right after this because we have several exclusives that we are unwinding. We're definitely going to be discussing Kanye, alluding to him kissing his cousin, a male cousin, for years, okay? Definitely going to be discussing that. Clarissa versus Taseki, okay? And there's a fight that's brewing. We're also going to be discussing Young LA, okay? So we interviewed a nigga in wig the other day. Very nice nigga in wig. Matter of fact, the nigga in wig was so nice. I honestly thought, from the breasts that it actually was a woman, just a different looking woman. You understand? A big woman. Because it was the first time I had saw a nigga in wig with saggy titties. Jasmine, didn't I throw you for a loop on TashaKLive.com? That we had a whole?
No comment.
But how did the breasts sag though? They sag lower than mine. Who did them? If I paid for mine gonna sit up like this. You feel me? But hers was on her lap.
Maybe she transitioned early and gained weight over time. Maybe. I don't know.
That was insane. That was diabolical to say the least, okay? Well, his baby mama, Young LA's baby mama, saw the interview and she is pissed that her kids had to watch that, okay? And so she's going to be coming on the show to discuss that and more about Young LA because, he's made his comeback. He was with Tip and all them, you know what I'm saying? And Young Dro and all them. Jasmine, what's that song? That one song he got, ain't I?
Yep, that's it.
Ain't I? Ain't we going low? Ain't you on the low? Yeah, I just made up my words, okay? And we have a surprise guest that's coming to spill some wine on Shannon Sharpe in first person. We have to keep that all the way low. So we got a phone call coming through. Just stay tuned, okay? It is a snow bunny. It is a snow bunny, okay? And they're coming through with some wine, specifically and exclusively for the winos. You make sure you have those damn subscriptions on, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into this wine here, all right? So they playing with us on this White Wine Wednesday. They are playing with us. Now, I've been hearing about a Bodyguard remake for quite some time. And I was like, why do we need to remake that movie? Right? It was a classic. Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner is what, like, just the romance of it all. The whole white man being the savior. I mean, it really had black men pissed off for quite some time. It was like, why you couldn't have chosen a black man? We don't think of, back in that time, they didn't feel, according to studio producers, that a black man would have taken a bullet for his clients, you know? So they chose a white man to do, you know, they're always gonna choose a white man. And just like when a black man stars in a movie, they're gonna put a white woman there. They're gonna do it. That's what they do. They want to create that controversy, that stir up. And so it was a classic movie. I mean, some of Whitney's best songs came from that movie. She was with Bobby Brown at the time. She said it was so hard to film that movie and just be in the character that Bobby had to, you know, give her motivation every morning. And so he laid out some white powder, got her ass right on in the set because he wasn't working at the time and he needed her to go to work. He needed Whitney to go up and down. Where's the line? Where's my script? Let's go. Look, God bless Whitney. I love her to death, but that's how she showed up too, with them glasses on, just like. Where's Bobby? I'm telling you. I know it was hell. She said it was the hardest thing she ever did. And singing was easy. That's what she did that in her sleep, okay? She would sing for the dope dealers, you know what I'm saying? And got free dope, you know, because the voice was just so powerful. But that movie took over the edge. And so I just feel like every time we got something that's classic, they want to mess it up. Like they did with this latest here, Lion King. Horrible movie. I didn't like it. I like Mufasa, but I didn't like the movie, okay? And that's why I never really talked about it. I try to keep it to myself when it comes to the creators and stuff like that, because I'm a creator myself, and I don't want to just, you know, put salt on them. You know what I'm saying? But I will show improvement. I just feel like they just come in and they just try to rewrite history. And trying to rewrite history with a white woman to play in the new version of The Bodyguard. So at first they were talking about Kim K. I said, now, what would this be, a Keeping Up with Kardashian Bodyguard version? What is Kim's talent? What is Kim Kardashian's talent? So much so that she needs a bodyguard to take a bullet for her. What's the talent? All them bullets that lady done took her whole life? All that black peen and they shooting all that sperm up in her. She catching babies left and right. We don't. She lives a very risque lifestyle. She don't need saving. Hoes don't need saving. And so I was a little taken aback when they said they was going to remake it with Kim Kardashian. But now I just heard this morning that Taylor Swift has accepted the role. Taylor Swift will be playing the role of Whitney Houston in a new rendition of The Bodyguard, okay? She is finally accepted per media publications. And this is an official remake, okay? Now, Warner Brothers was in talks with bold names, including, they're still in talks with Brad Pitt, Ben Affleck, Tom Cruise, originally played by Kevin Costner. I honestly think if they're going to try to remake this and you want to, you know, make it controversial, why can't Idris Elba be the bodyguard then? What's wrong with Idris Elba? What's wrong with Michael B. Jordan? Better yet, Jonathan Majors. Now, he may run from the white woman. He may run. And so back in the day, The Bodyguard earned $411 million at the box office in 1992, and they're hoping to do triple that with Taylor Swift, although I personally think that our Beyonce should have had this role. If we're going to compare anybody to Whitney's talent, entertainment value, celebrity value, real celebrity value, I think Beyonce with that Southern twang and just helpless, kind of hopeless, romantic persona that she has going on, I think it would be a beautiful thing if Beyonce would have taken this role. She already got the voice, the helpless voice. What you talking about? You know she can't talk, right? Yeah, no, seriously. But you know they always gonna take something. They always gonna give us something. Then they're gonna take it back. And then they're going to erase the real bodyguard. And then people are going to be referencing this bodyguard. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pissed off. They just need to leave it alone. I say we boycott this movie. How about that? I say we boycott this movie. What you talking about? Beyonce can't act a little bit. A little bit. Seriously. She a little bit. Come on now, y'all. I'm just saying if we're gonna replace Whitney, I think it should be Beyonce, not Taylor Swift. That's y'all, girl. That's fine. Moving on. Hope y'all enjoying the show. Please like, share, and subscribe. Facebook and YouTube. Okay. I am unfortunately back on X. There's been a lot of stuff going down on X. So if you just search my name, Unwind with Tasha K, it will definitely come up. Okay. All right. So speaking of Beyonce, Tina Knowles. I like how you did that, Jasmine. You didn't even know where I was going with the Beyonce thing, but then you rolled her mammy right up in here. Because you know her mammy got something to say. Always pulling up, always in the video, like Sean Puffy Combs. Take that. I said, every time Tina out here promoting something, it is connected to her daughter in every way. She has not built her own individual brand. That bothers me a lot. I think Tina is a gorgeous woman. I think she has enough star power to do her own thing. I just don't understand why everything has to be wrapped around Beyonce. And she just leaves pretty old Solange out to dry. Why you ain't came out here to tell us, because she out here doing book promos and then somehow started talking about when Beyonce and Jay-Z met. And I'm just trying to figure out, why are you never talking about when Solange met her baby daddy? Where's her baby daddy? Tina, where that little boy at that y'all said couldn't come around Julius? Where that boy daddy at? You can tell he ain't got no daddy either because y'all dressing him all feminine and stuff for photo shoots. Where the little boy daddy? Who y'all told wasn't good enough to be around y'all because he had Jay-Z and money? Where he at, Tina? You don't talk about that. You don't talk about Solange's husband that she's no longer with. You don't never tell none of Solange's business. But you always out here with Beyonce, everything like she's your pride and joy. And I don't never see her out here saying, I got 2 kids. As far as I'm concerned, you got 1 child and 1 granddaughter. You don't even talk about Rumi and Sir. I know y'all finna drag me for dragging this old woman, but I'm saying she opens it up. Like, for real, why are you telling what's going down in their house? You supposed to be out here promoting your book. You still ain't told us why you divorced yet. Why you leave Mr. Richard Lawson? Why did you lie? Allegedly, because I ain't got her kind of money. Why did you lie and say somebody broke in your house knowing that you was filing for a divorce and you wouldn't let that man in to get everything that he came with out of the house? You announcing everything but your business. Now you out here talking about Matthew and how he cheated on you for 31 years and you stayed off 31 years, and that's why Beyonce staying off 31 years with her husband. He can cheat with children. She don't give a damn. Go ahead, roll this interview real quick, Jasmine. We can get on with the show.
Challenged her to go and get Jay on the record, which was great. But the sad part is it came because she said they wouldn't do this to Jay. They wouldn't tell him this, but they telling me this.
Yeah, and so from the beginning, you saw this relationship between Jay and her blossoming.
Not from the beginning, because they talked for like a year on the phone. And I was like, oh, God, I don't ever remember talking to somebody for a year on the phone. Like, this is moving really slow. But, and so it took them a year to really get together. And when she went to do, the movie in L.A. was, I think, the first time that he had been to our house for dinner. And, but they weren't dating then and they weren't talking like that. So, yeah, it took they moved pretty slow.
See, the problem when you got a mama that's always in people's business, I got one, Lynette, okay? Sometimes as a daughter, I have to put my mama in her place respectfully. Respectfully. You're supposed to be out here promoting your book on your life. And if you want to comment on how you raised 2 children, that's perfectly fine. But then when you go off into other waters, because, people have been trying to unravel the dynamics of how Jay-Z and Beyonce got together. And then you get your loud mouth, light-skinned, hot, yellow, bright ass out here. to come tell my business right in the middle of a campaign when we're trying to let the public know that Jay-Z has never had a fetish for young women, underage women. Here you come. Here you come at the cookout. Here you come at the cookout telling the business. All you got to do is read it between the lines, Miss Tina. Now, I know she'll whine on. She don't refollow me. She followed me, unfollowed me when I talked about Blue Ivy, then refollowed me again. She can't help herself. She messy. She messy. And yes, this is what happens with a lot of our viewers. Because y'all follow, y'all get pissed off, then you refollow or unfollow. You can't help it. It's your guilty pleasure. I get it. I live in my messiness. I don't care. I don't care. Yes, I cleanse myself in the process too. And polluted as well. Smoothie and white wine on White Wine Wednesday. But see, when people can read it between the lines like me, right? You ain't supposed to say nothing. We're lip readers. We're going to talk about lip reading here later on in the show with A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. Okay, because we got some lip readers. And we've read the lips of an OnlyFans star, okay? Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So you just wait. But when you are out here discussing your daughter's relationship and you say as a mother, they move slow and they talked on the phone for a year. They move slow and they talked on the phone for a year. Why would at the time, 30-year-old man talk on the phone all the time with a woman? Well, maybe because she was a little young. Maybe because she was underage. Maybe because that's how you court a young girl, by spending all your time on the phone with her. That's how you gain her heart. That's how you groom a bitch. Like, why would they be on the phone for a year? Why would you let your daughter talk on the phone with a 30-year-old man for a year? Because she wasn't allowed to see him. She wasn't allowed to be around him. They didn't want that public image out. But we already figured it out. We nosy people, just like you, Tina. We figured it out. That's young girl shit. That's what Shannon Sharp going through right now. That young girl shit. And see, as an older woman, such as myself, I'm 43, ain't your age, right? One day I will be, and I hope to be of sound mind and great health, such as yourself. Congratulations on beating breast cancer. You got some of the best doctors in the world. You better use them. But that's all it took for me to figure out that this was a child on the phone with a grown man. And that's why Matthew didn't with him, because he knew what he was after. And Beyonce was still under the license of her daddy, the contract of her daddy. And now he wasn't letting Jay come around. Not like that. He a daddy. He know what Dick do. Matthew know what Dick do, what it's coming to do. Matthew said, you think you finna come around here and put your dick in my daughter over my dick? And so that's what happened. They got rid of Matthew finally, because she wasn't gonna leave Matthew. She had, for you to stay 31 years and he cheated on you with dark-skinned women your whole marriage. Had babies with him. He had a baby on you within the first 10 years. Lady, you didn't leave until Beyonce, your star, said you got to go. Anything Beyonce says she do. But this is not my business. But she said she dating though. Tina did say she dating. She still ain't announced her divorce. But we shall circle back. I just wish people would just shut up. Just shut up. Just stop the cap. Stop the cap. They are out here campaigning. This man is out here trying to prove he did not date children his daughter's age. But it's all right, though. Buy the book. I don't know the name of the book, but buy the book. Please, buy the book. Okay? All right, guys. After the break, After the break. Oh, we ain't got no break yet. Look at me. We ain't got no break. It's Snow Bunny news. Snow Bunnies is winning. Meek Mill. Meek. I think, honestly, Black women, I told y'all, we have to stand with our white sisters. You know? We have to learn from our white sisters. I think these white sisters could teach us a lot on how to get a bag, because for him to have two white sisters in the middle of some ocean, I think he was in Dubai, Jasmine. Is Meek in Dubai? Where he at? Where Mickey at?
My type level right here. My type level right here.
My type of woman.
My type level right here.
He's somewhere. I can tell that's Dubai because they ain't got no sun. They have overcast. I was like, why would you post that right after Shannon Sharpe? Just, you know, a girl just hit a lick on Shannon Sharpe, and now you want to post yourself up with two. And when them same two licks, as you the trick. When them same two come out here and say that they told you no, they said yes the first time, Mickey. Meek, we said yes the first time, but the second time was no. I changed my mind. And you should have nutted. You should have just backed off. Just backed off. I wasn't ready. I had to regroup. That'll be 10 million. Teddy finna have some issues. Teddy got a white bitch. Teddy, don't be trying to get rid of her now, Teddy. Don't go nowhere now, Teddy. That's you stick him beside her. I hear somebody, he's staying with Shannon Sharpe. I bet you do, Teddy. And Meek Mill. Black women, we have got to befriend these women. We do. I started ramping up my white friends. I have a lot, but I need a lot more. I'm gonna adopt me a white girl, preferably 17. And then, you know, when she turns 18, I'm gonna put her in the field. I ain't even finna lie to you. I'm put her in the field, and I'm gonna be like, listen to me. You would be nothing if it wasn't for me saving you. Look at your mother. You are smart. You are kind. You are loved. You are intelligent. And I want you to go, and I want you to get this nigga's money. I need you to go because your mama is tired of working. Tired of these black men just running off. I'm finna adopt me one of these. I'm finna get me a little one named Hallie or Gabby. I am. And I'm gonna put her in the field. I'm gonna put her to work. They gonna learn. Now he gonna be out here. Soon. He's out here talking about all white women ain't bad. All white women ain't bad. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have me a few stepdaughters out here working the track. What you talking about? Working the track. Because you know, in Hollywood, to be honest with you, and we're talking about, no, we'll save that for the Shannon Sharpe segment a little later. That's coming up, and the ASAP Rocky and Rihanna segment that's coming up. Okay, but first, guys, we definitely have to show some love to our sponsors. All right, and then after the break, Chad is coming just for a few minutes to tell us a little bit about what's going to happen with y'all paychecks. If you are behind on student loans or any other debt, he's coming. Okay. Chatty Zaddy is back. Ask Chad. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to hold that thought. We got Chad Van Horn, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, and Shannon Sharpe, and Gabby. Let's go.
Scott King. Do you know who that is? Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama. Barack Obama's wife.
You think your person will mind if you step out for a minute?
You're such a sweetheart.
You're a godson.
I'm ready to go.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, Faith, just give me one.
No!
Faith.
Oh, look at the phone. I'm calling her.
What? No. Give me the phone.
No.
Faith.
No. No.
Give me
Fuck you.
Give me the fucking
Fuck you.
phone.
No. Let go. I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't fix it, Faith. What if TMZ already got the footage of me running from a white girl all through the city?
Oh shit! Ain't you Nathan Minor? Ain't you Nathan Minor?
No.
I can't get a picture, bro.
No.
I can't get a picture
Right
real quick, bro.
Come on, chill, bro.
Oh, ain't that your girl right there?
No.
Hey, he right here. It's your man right here.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
I've seen you come in here a few times, and every time I've seen you order a everything bagel with cream cheese on top. So I look over today, and to my surprise, no bagel. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what a perfect opportunity for an icebreaker.
Girl, he was fine. Like, fine. And he smelled good. And he had the sexiest walk I ever seen. When most men take me out and try to impress me, they take me to a fancy restaurant. But this is more my vibe.
Well, I figured a sky full of stars and no waitress to interrupt us would be the perfect opportunity for us to get to know each other.
Do you think it's a little too soon to be introducing me to your mom?
Sometimes you just know.
That didn't seem strange to you?
Everybody know you still like the girl, don't you like her?
Life is too short to be worried about what could have happened. Talk to her.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
All right, guys. So listen, we're going to take just a little break. We're going to let Chad come up here and explain some really, really good information for you. After the break, we got A$AP Rocky allegedly hiring OnlyFans workers to service him while Rihanna's at home barefoot and pregnant. And we're also going to be discussing all of the audio and things that have come out recently regarding Shannon Sharpe, including the one that we put out the other day between him and allegedly him and Hollywood, his ex-stylist, allegedly. Okay, and without further ado, I give you Chad. Let's go. Stay right there. Chad, we need your help, bro. We need your help. Listen. I'm drinking in the...
1 week goes by and people are getting more broke by the minute. What's going on?
Listen, we gotta help them. I just heard, it just came across my desk, that the U.S. Department of Education is set to begin federal student loan collections in May. That's like in 10 days, okay? And those in default subject to involuntary wage garnishment, not tax garnishment, wage garnishment. Who's to blame for this? Is it Trump or Elon?
Well, believe it or not, this even was happening back in the Obama days. It's just they didn't talk about it. And not only will they take your wages, which they can take up to 15%, you can't claim exemptions. So your state exemptions that I'm head of house or whatnot, they don't care. And they'll also take from your Social Security. They'll take your tax return. Any money that they're paying you, they'll either take it all or they'll take a portion of it. So they don't mess around. You're just going to get a letter in the mail saying we are offsetting this money and applying it toward the student loans. And the craziest part too is the debt will never go down because with the interest and the fees and everything on top of it, it's just going to continue to go up and up.
See, that's what's got me stressed out because you'll be paying this forever. Ever.
Yeah, it's insane. So the good news is there is something you can do. So maybe you should have a sip of wine.
That's why we got you here, brother.
Yeah, we want to make sure all the winos are debt-free, not getting their wages garnished, not getting the 15% taken from their check. So there is something that you can do. So if this happens to you and you can't live without 15% of your weekly or biweekly pay being taken straight off the top, by the way, before taxes, you can file Chapter 13 bankruptcy, and that stops that collection effort altogether.
What about the interest?
Well, that interest is going to continue to accrue. But I actually have some clients that got caught in this years ago, and they couldn't get out of default for many reasons. So we just kept them in Chapter 13 forever. So they would do a 5-year Chapter 13 plan. Then we'd wait for the government to come back and try to garnish again. we'd put them in another 5-year Chapter 13 plan. And it's really no way to live. But if the alternative is being homeless and having your wages taken, we're going to keep you in Chapter 13s for the rest of your life. So there is an option. Hopefully the government gets together, comes up with better options other than just taking people's money like this. Let's get them on those income-based repayment programs that have been available. I think SAVE is gone. That was the Biden administration that put that together. But there still are some income-based repayment terms that if you can get out of default, get on those, that'll stop this from happening, because default by the federal government is 270 days of non-payment. So
that's like almost a year.
Yeah, it's 270 days. So you're delinquent from 0 to 270 days. After 270 days, that's when all of this can kick in. So this has been around for a while. It went away during COVID. Now it's coming back. So get ready. If you're in default, get out of default immediately. You can consolidate your loans. You can work on a rehabilitation plan, but don't just let it sit out there in default, because you will be surprised, and it will not be a pleasant surprise starting next month.
Okay, and you do debt, because people think that you're just, I mean, you are an attorney, right? But you also do debt consolidation, and you fight. Like, say, for instance, if the government did do this, you could fight for them without a bankruptcy, correct?
Absolutely. And if you could show undue hardship, there's ways to reduce that garnishment, or in some cases get rid of it. I'm a little concerned right now because they've gutted the Department of Education. So I don't know if there's anybody there that I can actually speak to and work with to get that taken care of. So you really want to get ahead of it. But if this is happening to you, there are many options. I am an attorney, but I'm an attorney that we handle everything regarding debt. So we're not just going to throw you into bankruptcy because that's all we do. If you have student loan issues, you can come in here. We can work on consolidating your student loans or figuring out a way to get you out of default. Because again, once that garnishment goes into place, there really is almost no way to stop it other than filing bankruptcy.
That's the only way you can stop a federal garnishment.
With these student loans, or you can quit your job, start working under the table. I mean, they're coming for you.
That's the whole reason why I came to you. I was getting garnished.
It's the worst feeling in the world.
Let's talk about it. I was like, I know damn well. I looked at my check. I said, wait a minute. Wait.
Can't live that way. Cannot live that way.
I cannot. Nobody can. And I got people to pay too. I said, ain't nobody stopping their money today. I got my purse. I put it up under my arm and I got to your office. I sure did.
That's right.
And I'll go again. Listen, Chad, you got a little tan.
Yeah, just got back from Colombia, Medellin, Colombia. Met my wife's family down there. It was her birthday. So we were out in the sun, having a great time. Love that place. First time being there. It was a fantastic trip.
Side joke, I heard they got good cocaine down there. Do you know anything about that?
We didn't get to do the Pablo Escobar tour, which is a real thing. We didn't get to do it.
Are you serious?
It's a real thing. Next time we go down, I'm doing it because I want to see the hippos and all the, I guess he imported all these animals from Africa, and then they just kind of went wild, and they're still there. So there's a tour where you can go see his old houses, caves that he was in. So we're definitely doing that next time down.
Oh my God. You know what I noticed? There's a lot of creators that are moving out of the country. I don't know if it has anything to do with that. No, fuck it. It does have something to do with that. And I told you I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about that, about the debt system, like, you know, overseas as opposed to the United States. Like, you being an attorney, like, how do you process all that, especially dealing with clients all day who are stressed?
Well, it's really interesting because I met with an attorney down there in Colombia, and we got to speaking about the different systems, and their bankruptcy system is about 20 years old. To give you perspective, our bankruptcy system's about 300 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and what's really funny too is, so the credit is really being ramped up. So you see all these banks that are saying 0%, all the things that we see, but there's no debt education. So they really don't know what debt is because historically they haven't been able to just take credit cards or take mortgages. It's a very different system. So I love that the banks, first, they want to get you in debt. And then later down the line, we may teach you what we're doing with this debt, how much interest we're making out of it, how to put a budget together. But that education, unfortunately, always comes later. Even in the United States, you don't get that financial education in elementary school, middle school, high school. You kind of figure it out as you go. At least I did. And the system they have set up right now is it's kind of like our Chapter 13 system where the creditors negotiate with the debtor through a mediation process. So it's really a brand new process for them. Down there, they're not encouraged to be entrepreneurs like we have here. If you get in debt, you really can get in trouble. I'm glad that that's changing though, and I think it's part of it's changing is because we do have a lot of expats that are moving down there, and we're bringing some of our good and not so good habits with us when we go down there.
Now, when you say like things changing because it used to be really bad, like how bad was it for them when they got in debt? Did they go to jail?
Oh yeah, they used to have debtors. I mean, we had debtors prison in the 1700s. And it's a funny story because I went to Robert Morris University, and Robert Morris financed the Revolutionary War and was good friends with George Washington. And then he ended up going to debtor's prison because he over-leveraged himself because of the Revolutionary War. And George Washington was one of the reasons that he got out of debtor's prison, actually loaned him some money and went to Congress and said, hey, you need to enact some bankruptcy laws to get my guy out. And so now, hundreds of years later, luckily we don't have debtor's prison. I know there's some countries in the Middle East where you go to the airport and they show all these beautiful cars at the airport because all the people that were in debt didn't want to go to debtor's prison, so they just drive their Lamborghini to the airport and take the first flight out so they don't end up in jail. So it's a real thing around the world. Luckily, in the United States, we have a pretty organized system, again, hundreds of years old. And I think at the end of the day, it is fair.
That we need to take advantage of. You would be shocked when I hear people, like I saw a live stream the other night. I just happened to come in on it, and Lord and behold, they were talking about me promoting startovernow.org, and they're like, it's a scam. I said, how is it a scam? Like, please, I'm literally like, what do you mean startovernow.org is a scam? Like, the only people being scammed are the people in debt paying crazy interest that they will never be able to pay because they're making minimum payments or nothing.
Look,
that's a scam.
Earlier today, I met with somebody that is current with their credit cards, but is being evicted from their apartment with their family. And I had to like shake it into them, like, come on, like wake up. It's okay if you don't pay your credit card. It's not okay if your family is living on the streets. So you always have to prioritize debt, especially if you only have so much income coming in. You got to prioritize what you're going to pay. I'm going to pay my electric bill. I'm going to pay my rent. I'm going to buy food. And then if the money runs out, the money should run out when it comes to credit cards. These banks will be okay. Now, if you can pay all your debt, be responsible, pay down your debt. There's great ways to pay down the debt, the snowball method, the avalanche method. We can talk about those later. But if you can't pay your rent, you should not be paying your credit cards.
It's mind-boggling to me, like when I hear stuff like that. It's like, why would you prioritize credit card debt over a house? And like, if you lose your house or you get evicted, you still can't go get another house because it's on your credit report, but your credit cards are in great standing. And when you said prioritizing, that's essentially what you do in a payoff bankruptcy, like a Chapter 11 or a Chapter 13, whereas you pay your big bills, the bills that you have to pay, housing, cars, lights, food, childcare. And then at the bottom, your take-home pay is what the creditors get to split at the end of the day.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's a normal 13 or 11. And many of my clients that come in are much more financially savvy after they go through this process because they're forced to put a budget together. They're forced to look at their expenses. And we go and we explain everything through to them. And sometimes that's the first time they've ever put a budget together, which I think the majority of people don't put budgets together. They just try to make money. They live paycheck to paycheck, and they spend the money when they have it. And if they don't have the money, they don't spend it.
Man, I'll never forget when I first got married. My husband and I put a budget together, and this was the budget, and people laughed at us. They was like, why would you guys do this? And it's work, and we still live that way to this day. Right? We had two incomes. I didn't work as much. He worked all the time, but we lived off of my income.
I like it.
So his income was our income to start businesses, to flourish, to move, if there were any emergencies, like, because we saved his salary, which was the big salary, and I worked just enough to make the rent, our car payment, and then the rest was like food. You know, we worked in restaurants. And so we got to save, you know, almost $5,000 a month because we didn't touch his income.
Yeah.
And that was our income to be, because you know how people be messy. I know he ain't live off of you. That was our income. Like, I'm just saying, like, we lived off of the person who made the least amount of money. In case something happened, we're not living off of a bigger income. And then somebody loses their job, the bigger income, and now the smaller income is gotta cover those bills. Like, to us, that was crazy. And so that was our budget. That's how we always did it.
Well, and that's one of the hardest things that I see. I have a lot of clients that come in, and especially clients that have families, but even individuals where at one point they're making a lot of money and they get used to making that money and their bills go just with it. So if you're making $10,000 a month, you're spending $10,000. You're making $20,000. I've seen people making $1 million a year that truly were broke. At the end of every month, they didn't have a dollar to spend, and every dollar was accounted for. Now, a lot of it was child support, which, you know, be careful with that because, but you can be broke making a lot of money, and I've seen it time and time again. And then if your income drops, even if you go from making 200,000 to 100,000, usually you don't want to stop eating at your favorite restaurants or going out every night or whatever you normally do, and you kind of have to adjust for whatever your income is, and that's a really hard thing for people to do, especially if you have a spouse or if you have children that are used to going to private school, going to certain restaurants, taking certain vacations. It's hard to tell them, hey, this year we can't do it because I didn't get my bonus, I didn't get this, that, and the other. But it's a good life lesson for people to know. That's what families should do. You got to communicate. You got to work together. You can't just live make-believe that, you know, you're going to hit the lottery or whatever it is, or live off of credit cards. And that's what I see. I usually see at the very, very end when they have hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit cards, and then we have to break it to the family. And I've actually had a divorce in my office because of it, which that was a little rough.
All right, guys, listen, if you are financially struggling in any way, make sure you visit startovernow.org, okay? Anytime something is going on financially, I'm not going to talk politics. I'm going to bring somebody political in, and I'm going to bring somebody financially in, okay? And so, listen, after this break, we have A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, as well as Shannon Sharpe, and all of these audios that have been leaked and still being leaked in real time, even the messages that we got personally from his alleged victims. Y'all are going to be shocked when you hear this information that I have exclusively from Hollywood. His ex-wife, his ex-stylist team, okay? We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to hold that thought. We will be right back to our messiness. Let's go!
At Rockstar Wireless, we get it. Times are tough right now, and the last thing you need is a long-term commitment with the wireless carrier for an upgrade with the same features. Congratulations, Rockstar Wireless has your back. Stay connected with America's fastest-growing wireless network. Coast to coast, we have you covered. With plans starting as low as $9.99. Unlimited 5G plans start at $19.99. Yeah, you heard me right, $19.99. If you're paying hundreds a month on your wireless plan, you need to make the switch. Get the same nationwide 5G at a fraction of the price. I understand you can afford to pay more, but why? With Rockstar Wireless, it's important to know why. Make the switch today at rockstarwireless.com. Earn your why.
I've seen you come in here a few times, and every time I've seen you order a everything bagel with cream cheese on top. So I look over today, and to my surprise, no bagel. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what a perfect opportunity for an icebreaker.
Girl, he was fine. Like, fine. And he smelled good, and he had the sexiest walk I ever seen. When most men take me out and try to impress me, they take me to a fancy restaurant, but this is more my vibe.
Well, I figured a sky full of stars and no waitress to interrupt us would be the perfect opportunity for us to get to know each other.
Do you think it's a little too soon to be introducing me to your mom?
Sometimes you just know.
That didn't seem strange to you?
Everybody know you still like the girl, don't you like her?
Life is too short to be worried about what could have happened. Talk to her.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
Coretta Scott King. Do you know who that is? Martin Luther King's wife, Michelle Obama. Barack Obama's wife.
You think your person will mind if you step out for a minute?
You're such a sweetheart.
You're a godson.
I'm ready to go. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, Faith, just give me my
No!
Faith.
Oh, look at the phone. I'm calling her.
What? No, give me the phone.
No!
Faith, give me
No!
the-
No!
give me
Fuck
the,
you!
give me the fucking
Fuck
phone.
you! No! Let go! I'm sorry!
Sorry doesn't fix it, Faith. What if TMZ already got the footage of me running from a white girl all through the city?
Oh shit, ain't you Nathan Minor? Ain't you Nathan Minor?
No.
I can't get a picture, bro.
No.
I can't get a picture
Right
real
now,
quick,
right
bro.
now. Come on, chill, bro.
Oh, ain't that your girl right there? too?
No.
Hey, he right here.
No, shut the
It's your man right here.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
Alright, actor being chased around the city by a white girl. Streaming live on TashaKLive.com. I'm sure Jonathan Majors' movie is coming next, alright? We're going to interview that filmmaker that made all these movies. Just stay tuned, because I got to see what the hell's going on in his head. Now, y'all, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. So Rihanna did a little interview, I believe the other day with, let me make sure, because I don't want to misquote Mama. You know, we love bad girl Riri, we sure do. And she loves her bad boys. So let me make sure I get her quote up, okay? So she did a little interview with, hold on for a second. Oh, I don't know who she did this interview with. Looked like some type of hip hop magazine, but she says that she spoke on how A$AP Rocky has changed her life for the better, okay? And she said, I stopped going to parties and clubs at 25. When A$AP Rocky and I got closer, his way of life made me want to change a lot about myself and focus more of my energy on my business. We were just friends back then, but he changed a lot about me. Now I prefer to go to work and come back home to my kids or stay home, waiting for my man to come home. If we want to party, we do it as a family. It's just family and business for me right now, says Rihanna. Okay. And so this was a little quote she gave some hip hop magazine. It was the sentence before last. If we want to party, we do it as a family. It's just family and business for me right now, quotes Riri, bad girl Riri. And so when I hear and I see streamers going live with OnlyFans models, prostitutes, and they're being asked questions about, you know, certain activities that have happened within the, you know, the Rocky house. It's got me a little teethering a little bit. Jasmine, roll the video.
Famous person you've been with? Can I ask that?
Yeah, we have to mute it.
All right, pause. So they don't know what's happening. Let me explain what's happening in this clip, because it cut off right before. I think Jasmine accidentally cut that off. The guy in the stream asked, what's the most famous person you've ever slept with? She said, I would have to tell you, but you got to cut the stream off. So they muted the stream. And so I guess Jasmine put music over it because it was a muted stream, right, Jasmine?
Yes, it was muted. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we wanted to focus not on the music but on the lady. But
she didn't say he's gonna come in. He's gonna say it.
Okay. But it's awkward, so I had to explain the clip here. So she proceeds to tell the guy who the celebrity is, and then other streamers come in and she pulls out her phone and is showing them what she's saying. And then the chat was also great. Okay, they ain't better than the Wino chat. Now, they ain't better than the Wino chat. They read that bitch lips. All right, now we can go. Let's go. Start it from the beginning.
Who's the most famous person you've been with? Can I ask that?
Yeah, we have to mute it.
Jasmine, stop. Can you give me this full screen? I need the winos to see what it is that we see. And mute that music. Can you take the music out? They have to feel what we felt. The music is very distracting. What can we do about this? The winos have to get the same experience that his chat got when she said the name. I don't want them thinking we making up shit. What we got?
Hold on. I didn't want Dead Space, so hold on. Let me pull it without the music.
Dead Space is fine. I would have explained it. Just trust me on this. It will never be Dead Space. I talk too much. Y'all be trying to come on, oh, you messy, Tasha. She didn't say that. They making up stuff. This is AI. This was real time. They were live. I'll be up over there on the Twitch streams too. I got a whole team that watch Twitch. Kick two. Yes, we do. Come on, driver. Put it full screen. Let them see the clip. And then let her say it and then bring me back. I don't even need to be in the clip. Just let them, the winos, have their moment. They deserve that. Because Rihanna said, Riri said, if we want to party, we do it as a family. It's just family and business for me right now, quotes Rihanna. Rihanna was just photographed in Beverly Hills walking RZA down the street. She was in court with a stiff wig, rooting for her man because he was facing 20 years in prison. He beat that case. Now he got to file a civil. Now he's got to fight a civil case that I'm sure Rihanna's going to pay for because she credits her success to A$AP Rocky. They billionaires, not her, not just her. They are billionaires. And he ain't even got married yet. They got a spiritual marriage. They did one spiritual, but they ain't put it on paper yet. Where we at, Jasmine? How we doing? Where we at? And so everybody is for this union. But you know, when you a bad girl and you like bad boys, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do when things like this get leaked and then I'm to blame? Like you guys, like they're like Britt Edie is trying to blame me because her husband's alleged lover showed Cash App receipts of him paying $32 to go get bent over a balcony at a male's party. Are we ready, Jasmine? I can't hear you.
Most famous person you've been with? Can I ask that?
Yeah, but you have to mute it. That was the other day too. That's like we're homies though. Like
That's crazy.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Why did they get it? It's not. Why would you guys really? You guys think I would pull A$AP Rocky? Look at me. Like, look at me. You guys are stupid. I would never. It was Wiz Khalifa. I'm just kidding.
No, that's cool.
We just report the news over here. Yeah, we messy. But we just report the news. She said that she just spoke to him a few days ago. A$AP Rocky, allegedly. And Rihanna said she at home, barefoot and pregnant, cooking and cleaning, ain't even got time to go get her wig done. That's why she came to court with that crease from the scrunchie in the wig, and she had that big crease across the back. She had a stiff wig. She ain't got time to go get her hair done these days. And Rocky got her in the house, not coming outside, focusing on work, while he out here still allegedly parlaying with OnlyFans models. Because remember, there was a little tape of him that's probably still up on X right now that you could see. It's long and skinny of him skiing with a snow bunny, hopping with a snow bunny. All I saw was that video was very boring. If I don't get any type of arousement out of these tapes, you're not doing anything. He must got good head game. You know how to intellectually speak to the mind and intellectually put his head between her legs, because I'm trying to figure out, I saw the tape. I saw the receipts. It was long and it was skinny. It was thin. It was like a pencil. There was a little white girl. It was with a snow bunny. Let me guess. Her name was Gabby Till. Gabbies are winning. Gabbies are winning. That's going to be my nickname. Tasha K. Gabby. For real. But I don't know. Y'all believe that? Now, a lot of people say they don't believe it because they're like, why would he go with her if he got Rihanna? They do it all the time. Men do it all the time. You'll be shocked at who they be cheating with because of how nasty they get. Men cheat based off of how nasty a woman will get, how far she will go. And there's probably certain things that Riri just won't do. She can't do. She got 2 children under the age of 3. And so he wants to get nasty every now and then. And so he calls her allegedly to do that, to do things that this wholesome woman would never in her life do. Like this stuff that Shannon Sharpe being accused of. We'll talk about it right after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means Bowley raise a glass to hold that thought right back, because we're going to be talking kink here. Kinky. Yeah, they like our children doing kinky things, okay? Shannon Sharpe and Gabby right after the break, and his ex, Hollywood. Let's go.
Hey, night, you're nervous because you're not feeling so fresh. Huh? No, not down there, up here. Tell me this, have you ever panicked at the thought of taking off your wig and releasing the worst odor? Or just the thought of your partner burying their face in your 4-week-old box braids? One more question. Are you delaying your commitment to growing love locks because you know your scalp's history with thick, flaky buildup? If you can relate to any of these pretty common issues, I might have a solution for you. Crown & Glorious Medicated Shampoo. It's proven to not only clear up scalp buildup, but clear it for a lot longer. Using Crown & Glorious, you can do what before was unthinkable, like leaving in your protective styles for longer periods. You know, to get your money's worth. Because the formula used in Crown & Glorious eliminates the underlying causes of that sour smell in your hair and helps to prevent crusty buildup. As if that's not exciting enough, studies have shown that the active ingredients in Crown & Glorious can actually block certain hormones that causes hair loss, and it can effectively reverse alopecia or regrow your hair on thinning edges. So if you're ready to change your life forever, visit myclearcrown.com. Grab your first bottle of Crown & Glorious Medicated Shampoo, because your crown is glory, and glory starts at the crown.
I've seen you come in here a few times, and every time I've seen you order a everything bagel with cream cheese on top. So I look over today, and to my surprise, no bagel. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what a perfect opportunity for an icebreaker.
Girl, he was fine. Like, fine. And he smelled good, and he had the sexiest walk I ever seen. When most men take me out and try to impress me, they take me to a fancy restaurant, but this is more my vibe.
Well, I figured a sky full of stars and no waitress to interrupt us would be the perfect opportunity for us to get to know each other.
Do you think it's a little too soon to be introducing me to your mom?
Sometimes you just know.
That didn't seem strange to you?
Everybody know you still like the girl, don't you like her?
Life is too short to be worried about what could have happened. Talk to her.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
All right, and don't forget, guys, if you're drowning in a world of debt, don't sit in it, especially credit card debt. Pay your rent before you pay your credit cards, or just visit startovernow.org for your free bankruptcy consultation. Don't forget, guys, we're heading over to TashaKLive.com right after this. We have an interview with Young LA's baby mama. She is pissed after she saw that interview that we did with the trans woman, okay? Basically explaining Young LA's kinks, okay? We also got a surprise guest that's going to come and give us some inside first-person information on Mr. Shannon Sharpe, okay, and his alleged kinks and stuff like that, and much more. We're definitely gonna be talking about Kanye kissing his cousin everywhere for about 7 years. That's a habit. 7 years is a habit. We'll definitely discuss all of that and more on TashaKLive.com. You do have to subscribe to TashaKLive.com to watch that show. Now, Shannon, Shannon. Gabby! Shannon. Shay. It's a lot been going on these last couple days. Y'all tired of hearing about it. And then most stuff keep coming out. I wasn't really going to cover this until I got some receipts from, sources that were close to Shannon at one point. And you guys know that we've been exposing Mr. Matt Barnes for his disdain over Shannon Sharpe. And he has somehow roped Shaquille O'Neal into it. We just got a little text message that was supposedly between Shannon Sharpe and his ex-Hollywood, his ex-stylist Hollywood, who is a gay man, who was Shannon's stylist for years. And, in that text message, let me read it right here. It says, hold on. It says, are you cool with Nicole? Says Hollywood. Okay. Never see him at the games with Gabby. But you're going to see him out with his man. He cheating on his man with Gabby. He says, no, F no, says Shannon. Okay, cool. To be honest, Hollywood, I ain't cool with many people. Most are full of ish, so I stay to my... No, let me read it like how he read it. Unc, are you cool with Nicole? No. Fuck no. Okay, cool. To be honest, Hollywood, I ain't cool with many people. Most are full of ish, so I stay to myself. Okay, cool. Now I know. You know how the teacher used to read the storybook? I don't fuck for anyone at work except for the two you met. Don't fuck with Lil Wayne, Matt Barnes, Rich Paul, Sadie McCoy, Zoe OBG, Stephon Diggs, T.O., Brandon Marshall, Shaq, Coach Prime, Strahan, Ocho Cinco, Eddie George, Ray Lewis, I'm cordial. That's it. Go, Michelle, go. Okay, cool. And I don't fuck with Ed Reed. That's what the text message said. It's on my page. You guys do have to follow Wild with Tasha K or Instagram. You'll get a lot of the live first before it comes here, and then we'll explain it here, okay? And so, it confirms a lot of the wine that we've gotten from Matt Barnes about them being arch enemies. So apparently Shaq has beef with, Shannon Sharpe, and Shannon Sharpe got beef with Shaquille. Everybody's wondering about the Ocho Cinco piece because he's fake. Shannon is fake. Ocho Cinco brings flavor to that show Nightcap, and he sits up, especially when Shannon accidentally says that he dates younger men. And then Ocho sits there so shady and just let him go. He don't even try to interrupt him. And then the producers will tell Shannon, back that up. You said you date older men. It was a Freudian slip. It was a Freudian slip. Now it's a Freudian slip. And then Ocho would sit right there like, Unc, I know what you mean. Didn't even try to correct him. You know what I'm saying? Ocho is that guy. Like, for real, he can do a show by himself. We're going to watch. He cool, calm, and collected. Like he said, I'm getting married, Ocho, but somebody going to show up. I don't know who it is, but I'm getting married on this day. I'm not letting this money go to waste. Shout out to Ocho Cinco, okay? Because he going to get a check by any means necessary. Now, of course, you guys were up in arms. Y'all are so sensitive when it comes to these subjects. Like, oh my God, Tasha, here you are hating on a black man. At first, you could say I coddle them. At first, you said I'm like the spokesperson for black men, and I'm always, propping them up. But then in the same breath, y'all say I'm always, holding them down. And I'm like, the only person holding down black men is Gabby. The only person holding down black men is Gabby. Gabby got chains, whips, feathers, bondage, tennis balls in her mouth. Gabby got the whole damn trunk of whips, cages, anal beads. Gabby got it all. And y'all say, well, I'm trying to hold a black man down. Y'all better put some respect on my name. was filed, y'all was all going in on Tony Busby saying, oh, ain't this the lawyer that came for Jay-Z? He's also the lawyer that came for Deshaun Watson and got Deshaun Watson, one of the top NFL players, to settle with over 20 different women. Now, he may have played in the right playpen with Jay-Z and got a little shooken up, but he back out to work. He does this. This is what he does. And so he told Shannon for 2 months they were in conversation. For 2 months behind the scenes about Gabby here. A 19-year-old that he had met at the gym that was an OnlyFans star that had agreed to be paid to perform his kinks, his fetishes. So everything that Gabby was saying in the text message, like, I want a big black baby. I want a big black cock. I want you to choke me, daddy. Choke me, N-word. She was being paid to do that. That was a job. That was a job. Okay, we cannot judge this young lady over her job. There's a lot of things we do for jobs that we may not be proud of or ashamed, but Gabby has got to do what she got to do. And Gabby just hit a lick. Don't be mad because Gabby hit the lottery early in life, and we still trying to learn the game. We still trying to have the courage to play on the field, okay? And so everybody out here been like, protect Shay, protect the black man. They always coming after the black man. Well, why is the black man always going after white girls? Young white girls. Why is that? Why the black man always on his channel talking about, oh, he don't like older women and this and that, and, you know, he don't like their toothbrushes and all, just all types of, you know, like, why is that? Why is it in a lawsuit that we can't even tell you what's in that lawsuit? We'll discuss it on TashaKLive.com. Make sure you have them subscriptions ready because this Shannon Sharp source is going down. First, you ain't even got to listen to me. You're going to hear from the source, okay? Right after this. But I'm just saying, y'all always be out here, black women capping for a man that wouldn't even spit on y'all if y'all was on fire. And wouldn't even buy you a bus pass to go home. But Gabby gets what she wants because Gabby takes it in the butt. Gabby puts it in his butt. Gabby doesn't discriminate. Gabby lets these black men be what they really want to be behind the scenes when they can't be out in public with what they really like and love on who they really like Diddy. Diddy had his wild king nights, watching men sleep with his women, lusting over the men. They was on top. He couldn't even see the woman taking it. All he could see was the butt thrusting. Cassie. That's all Diddy was jacking off to. But they had to sign them NDAs for. And so it's the same thing with Shannon Sharp. This is no different. And then when, guess what? These girls get tired because they wake up, their front temporal lobe, they're still a teenager. They're still 16 in mind, right? But they think they grown. So they live between two worlds, right? Of a child and an adult. And then when they wake up one day, then they realize that I was manipulated. This is wrong. I can get paid for this. I can retire at 19. And then they threaten Shannon Sharp and others like him to come forward. And then Shannon Sharp said, Gabby, think about this, Gabby. Gabby says, how much do you need, Gabby? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Gabby. How much do you need? Like, lawyers, give it what they want. Give Gabby what they want. Gabby gave me for a year what I wanted. Give Gabby what they want. Gabby got offered, give it 10 million, 10 million, 10 million. I'm sorry, did you say 12 million or 10 million? I said 10 million, 12 million or 10 million, 10 million. Give her 10 million. $10 million he offered her 2 months ago to not come forward with this story. For those of y'all that said Tony Busby is out to take down another black man. The only thing that's taking down black men are dildos in their butt performed by these children because they know damn well, she ain't finna do that. Let's just talk about it. They know ain't nobody put no beads up they bead. That's a lot of ass and a lot of thigh to be trying to spread wide. You put your head down there, you don't even know if you coming up. What if the orgasm too strong and he takes his big muscle thighs and squeeze your head and crushes you while he coming? How do you come back from that? How? $10 million. That to me, Jay-Z didn't offer anything. So he out here trying to give speeches. Jasmine Rowland's speech in his Easter suit. He wore an Easter suit on Easter Sunday. Jesus rose to say Shannon likes his ass licked by white women. Young.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about, and I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
I don't think he made that video for real because he didn't have not one lisp in it. I think that was AI and Photoshop. He wasn't talking like this. He was actually speaking like he had some speech therapy. And he out here knowing that he got a sex dungeon. Knowing he got a sex dungeon. And y'all saying, well, ain't y'all saying he's gay? Hypersexual men are gay. Let me say this 2 more times in the words of Umar Johnson. Hypersexual men are gay. Hypersexual men are gay. You can call it bisexual. I call it gay. Now, he's trying to play on Jay-Z. If I was Jay-Z, I would have sued him and tell him, leave me out the group chat, my nigga, like for real. We are not the same. Now we got whips, chains, text messages, her audio, and his audio. Jasmine, play some of this audio. Viewer discretion is advised.
What, Gabby?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what you did to me.
Okay, well...
Well, what?
I don't know why I felt like I walked in on somebody talking, like my mama having a conversation with my daddy or my parents fucking, and it was like, oh my God, roll, bitch. Let me exit stage left. Jasmine, play the other recording of him with Gabby. That's Gabby, guys. That's Gabby. Gabby is out here grabbing a check.
No, anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Don't manipulate
Oh, no, have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Mm.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
No, I
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
So let me explain to you the specifics of what's going down, because I know everybody is like, this seems like role play, like it's a kink, it's BDSM. Yes, it is. However, there are boundaries to BDSM. When they say no in BDSM, that means no. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of role play. You gotta understand when your partner says no. And so allegedly, according to Gabby, is that she was okay with the role play and told him that he could have her butt, but he had to put on a condom. According to her, he refused to put on the condom and went in her butt anyway. And she texted him, no means no, Shannon. I said no. So that's why they're saying consensual sex, but then it becomes unconsensual sex, because you have to know your partner's boundaries when you're into that type of stuff. And how do you tell real from fake? And I'm going to be honest with you, the case, I don't know if he thought this was going to flip like how it did with Jay-Z, but here's what a jury would consider. You are a 55-year-old man, soon to be 60 here. You are 30 plus years her senior. You know better. You should know better. What 55 plus year old man would knowingly go and see an OnlyFans worker who is used to recording her content and expect not to be set up? It reminds me of when the pastor down in Miami had a, what did he call him? A sneaky link, and he was married, and he went to see an OnlyFans star who happened to be a man, and he preached against homosexuality. And that OnlyFans star put his ass out on tape, beating him in the butt. Had to apologize to his church, had to give his wife a AIDS test and everything, because, you know, he had been sleeping with this OnlyFans star raw as a pastor in his butt. The irony. So here's the thing. And so in Gabby's defense, you know, I would love to hold my black brother's hand, but this is sexually deviant. It's hypersexual. It's a fetish. It's along the lines of, you know, there's a lot of boundaries that was crossed doing this. And so when you tap into that world of messing with damn near underage girls that just turned 18, just turned 19, their minds are underdeveloped. When they wake up and they happen to be a white girl and they sit in front of a jury dressed as if they had no other option but to believe the big black man that said that they would do these things, but then took it too far, and going in her butt, her virgin butt, at 55 years old without a condom, sir, I don't even know why we're having this conversation with a 55-year-old grown man, sir. That is that's what I thought. That's what I thought. If you take off a condom and don't wear a condom and you felt to wear a condom, that's what I thought. That's the R word. That's why you offered her $10 million. Nobody offers nobody that type of cash. You know how hard he got to work for that cash? $10 million? If she texts you no means no, and then you return and reply, I'll call you later. And he wants us to rally behind him and his sexual fetishes. I wish the fuck I would. Y'all do that. Y'all do that. I wish the hell I would. This ain't nothing godly about this situation. Ain't nothing prideful about this. Ain't nothing noble about this. Ain't no morals with this. What you do in Pandora's box is what you do in that box. The only people that should be in that box is you and Gabby, and you should have kept her in that box and gave her the money that she asked for, and you wouldn't be out here in an Easter suit with an AI voice trying to paint yourself as a black man being targeted. When you targeting children to play in your butt. Now, Hollywood, we got a little message from Hollywood, his ex-stylist. And so Shannon is into kinky things. And hypersexual men like both, they swing both ways. They swing both ways. And so he sent this awkward voice video to Hollywood, his ex-stylist, and said that viewer discretion is advised. Let's go.
Hollywood. What you gonna do with this? Hollywood. What you gonna do with this?
Hollywood.
What you gonna do with this?
This the uncle that we was warned about to not sit on his lap. This him. This is the uncle that our grandmama's granddaddies, even daddy said, don't you ever sit on your uncle's lap. Don't ever sit on a grown man's lap. Because he gonna ask you. Tata, what you gonna do with this? And the reason they choose young girls too is because they ain't ran through. Once they done with them, they pass them to the rappers. I'm sorry that I perverted y'all on this White Wine Wednesday, okay? But this is y'all. This is who y'all rooting for, Mr. $100 Million podcast man. Gabby ain't coming to play. She said she won't have. Gabby said she won't have. And sir, if I were you, I would just give it to her, because if I was a juror sitting up, there's nothing you can explain to me that could remotely make me think that you did not manipulate and control and degrade and use this little girl for your fetishes, because you knew that a mature woman would never do that. And so you took advantage of her innocence. And when she said no, you as the adult did not exercise the adult authority to adhere to her saying no. So therefore, it's your fault. We are sponsored in part by the Sugar Case, guys. Don't forget, these are some of my favorite body oils, all right? Black woman-owned company. She got body scrubs, lip stains. This is the cotton candy oil. I ain't even put none on today. I put some on in the shower, but usually I do twice, okay? And I just rub it on my nice little skin. It seeps in, okay? And as you can see, I'm smelling just like cotton candy, getting ready for my second show on TashaKLive.com with this source that's coming forward on Shannon Sharp. Okay. We also got Young LA's baby mother. She upset about that trans woman that we interviewed last week that said that she had her baby daddy bent over. Young LA, allegedly. Okay. And don't forget, guys, we are sponsored in part by Man Immunity. This is one of the best liquid sea mosses on the market. It doesn't smell like sea moss. It's not very fishy. It is naturally flavored with mango, 10,000 milligrams. Okay. Plus, we have spirulina. All of them have 98 to 100% of the vitamins and minerals that our body needs daily. You put it in your smoothie, put it in your water, put it under your tongue, let it sit, and you are fully absorbed because you know all the food is malnourished. You can get this on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. Also, guys, don't forget for your detox drops, the olive leaf, okay? If you're detoxing your intestinal tract, if you are trying to detox your liver, if you are trying to bring down cholesterol, blood sugar levels, you guys can do the research on the olive leaf. We've been promoting this for years, okay? The research stands as it says, okay? Stand 10 toes down on it. You guys can get this on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, all right? Also, guys, don't forget, a Black-owned product, Black made by a Black woman, Inez Beauty, the Koji Acid Serum Drops for the face. If you have blemishes on your face, on face only, okay? Because this is very strong, all right? It will lighten the dark marks, take them away, acne marks, and things like this. You can get this on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. In addition to the Koji Acid for the face, we also have Koji Cocoa Soap for the body that you can use in the shower if you have dark marks under your arms, you know, things like that. Like, look at my armpits. Are they dark? Are they dark? Where's my Koji Cocoa Soap? Where my Koji Cocoa Soap, Jasmine? The Koji Cocoa Soap. I use it. I keep my pubic area just like this too, baby. They white from the spray deodorant, but they ain't black. Because remember, they used to be black at one point. I was like, Tasha, why your underarms black? And I'm like, from hair. And then it was shaving over the years, not, you know, microdermabrasion, not using blending creams. And as you can see, it didn't bleach my underarms, all right? This is available, one of the best sellers on the site, along with the sea moss. Use my coupon code TK10. It does have Koji Acid, turmeric, and cocoa butter, along with lemon, okay? It's a hot seller, all right? And once you use it, you know, you achieve your desired results, set it away, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer, and save it for next time, okay? Guys, don't forget, I got my favorite Nano Blacko whitening toothpaste. I use it for my tooth. My daughter uses it. Everybody in the family uses it when they got yellow teeth or stained teeth. It is vitamin-based, so it's not chemical-based. It's vitamin-based. Doesn't have any fluoride or anything in there. And it does give you like that minty flavor as well too, but it is not to treat like, you know, trying to get the germs and stuff out of your mouth. So you do have to come behind this with the anti-cavity toothpaste and things like that, because this is strictly for cosmetic. This is available on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. Don't forget, guys, we got the mushroom extract gummies. Everybody should have gummies, mushroom gummies, or just mushroom powder in their diet. It is used in cancer therapy, HIV therapy, HPV therapy. You guys can do the research on shiitake mushrooms, ground it up, whether they're put in gummies if you don't like the flavor of mushrooms like I don't, or you can use a mushroom powder, which we're out of right now, but the gummies are on sale. Use my coupon code TK10 on shoptkdeals.com. And last but not least, vitamin D. We got a very potent, strong vitamin D that is made in the UK, okay? Very solid. I put it in my water every morning. When I tell you it's tasteless, you don't taste anything but the water, and you get 10,000 high potent milligrams of vitamin D in your body. If you have any sort of like stiffness in your joints, achiness in your joints, knee pain, thigh pain, gastric issues, headache, nerve issues, you are probably vitamin D deficient, just like I was. I couldn't walk correctly for almost 8 months, okay? My doctor prescribed me 50,000 IUs of vitamin D because the over-the-counter vitamin D was just not strong enough. I actually went to a pharmaceutical company, okay, and said, hey, we need your vitamin D drops on our site, and they are now available, okay? 10,000 IUs. If you want, you can put 50, you can take 50,000 once a week if you want. Just do 5 droppers. Boom, that's 50,000. 90 minutes in the sun. If your body can make vitamin D, will give you 90,000 IUs, okay? 90,000. But a lot of us as Black people, we cannot make enough vitamin D, especially with the UK now trying to block out the sun because it's too hot for the vampires. You got to read in between the lines. It's too hot in the UK for the vampires, okay? But listen, if you're suffering from anything arthritis like or just pain like and things like that, get you some vitamin D. Check your blood levels. I guarantee you that's probably what you're suffering for. It's on our website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. I love you guys. We're about to head over to Tasha K Live right now. We're going to start at 2 o'clock. Jasmine, can we start at 2?
Yep.
Okay. We're going to start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, this show ran so long.
3 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern Time.
3 p.m. Sorry, 3 p.m. Oh, no, my phone is not. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? If you guys want to see the show, like I said, we got 2 special guests plus some topics that we're going to be discussing that are exclusive and graphic on TashaKLive.com. All the movies are over there as well, too. You do have to subscribe via the website. Guys, tomorrow night, is it tomorrow? Tomorrow night, shoot your shot, the talent show, all right? First come, first serve. Winner takes $300. We had a thick show last week, almost 4,000 people watching winos or people who aren't winos compete to go on tour with me. So a person wins each episode $300. They go on to a finale, which we're going to film in person. And you guys will be able to buy tickets for it. And you guys get to vote who goes on tour with Tasha K and her team next year, 2026, around the world. Okay. So I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow night for Shoot Your Shot. It is extremely funny. I'm telling you, the best time you're going to have, especially if you haven't watched episode one, watch episode 1, and then you'll see what's going to go on in episode 2. I love you guys. We're about to head over to TashaKLive.com right now. If you have tips on your favorite celebrities, please feel free to email me via unwindwithtashak@gmail.com. If you want to advertise at start at $200, please email me at unwindwithtashak@gmail.com. Follow me everywhere on X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. I love you guys. I'm out. Jasmine, did I miss anything? Don't forget, if you're trying to become debt-free, startovernow.org. I love you guys. Now we got to go. Bye. See y'all at 3 p.m. I'm out.
Times are tough right now, and the last thing you need is a long-term commitment with the wireless carrier for an upgrade with the same features. Congratulations. Rockstar Wireless has your back. Stay connected with America's fastest-growing wireless network. Coast to coast, we have you covered. With plans starting as low as $9.99. Unlimited 5G plans start at $19.99. Yeah, you heard me right, $19.99. If you're paying hundreds a month on your wireless plan, you need to make the switch. Get the same nationwide 5G at a fraction of the price. I understand you can afford to pay more, but why? With Rockstar Wireless, it's important to know why. Make the switch today at rockstarwireless.com and earn your why.
I've seen you come in here a few times, and every time I've seen you order a everything bagel with cream cheese on top. So I look over today, and to my surprise, no bagel. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what a perfect opportunity for an icebreaker.
Girl, he was fine. Like, fine. And he smelled good, and he had the sexiest walk I ever seen. When most men take me out and try to impress me, they take me to a fancy restaurant, but this is more my vibe.
Well, I figured a sky full of stars and no waitress to interrupt us would be the perfect opportunity for us to get to know each other.
Do you think it's a little too soon to be introducing me to your mom?
Sometimes you just know.
That didn't seem strange to you?
Everybody know you still like the girl, don't you like her?
Life is too short to be worried about what could have happened. Talk to her.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.TashaKLive.com.
Coretta Scott King. Do you know who that is? Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama. Barack Obama's wife.
You think your person will mind if you step out for a minute?
You're such a sweetheart.
You're a godson.
I'm ready to go. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, Faith, just give me my phone.
No!
Faith.
Oh, look at the phone. I'm calling her.
What? No. Give me the phone.
No!
Faith.
No!
Give me
Fuck
the,
you!
Give me the fucking
Fuck
phone.
you! No! Let go! I'm sorry!
Sorry doesn't fix it, Faith. What if TMZ already got the footage of me running from a white girl all through the city?
Oh shit, ain't you Nathan Minor? Ain't you Nathan Minor?
No.
I can't get a picture, bro. I can't get a picture real quick, bro.
Come on, chill, bro.
Oh, ain't that your girl right there?
No.
Hey, he right here.
Hey, shut the fuck.
It's your man right here.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.